All right. Well, hopefully this little shower will pass quickly. Seems like that is what's been happening in Santa Cruz. Not getting a lot of heavy precipitation, hopefully. When Matthew suggested that maybe I'd want to say something, he said, talk about what inspires and motivates you. And then I think maybe that's actually what he tells everybody at all event Santa Cruz to say. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go with it. I actually want to read you a couple emails, 2 emails that I got last December, so almost a year ago, coming up on a year ago, and it was right when the word was kind of coming out that we were going to be opening this spot. And in case one, and I think one is, both the authors of this are in the audience, let me just preface this by saying that I genuinely appreciate both of these emails and the thought and the sincerity with which they were written. So the first one, Dear Kendra and Zachary, looking forward to assembly, but I urge you to reconsider Food Plus Community, which reeks of sad cafes desperately advertising food, friends, family, and fun. Community cannot be generated by marketing. The crass attempt to do so mocks the high level and integrity of the food and service you provide. Moreover, it will do little to generate business, except perhaps from among the overly demanding and dependent, whose credit cards will be declined and checks bounce. You deserve better. Happy holidays. That's great. And I have not forgotten, not a day has gone by when I've forgotten that email, because I think it really gets at the heart of something. The next email. Dear SC Resto Peeps, just read the delicious introductory paragraph describing your vision of assembly from an SF Chronicle link. Fantastic. It goes on from there to talk about the appreciation for the farm-to-table concept, its kind of arrival and maturity in Santa Cruz, and then I quote, I grew up 2 miles from Chez Panisse. Alice Waters used to pay me $2 an hour to do weeding and pick baby carrots. That was a windfall. She'd feed me strawberry creme brulee before letting me ride my bike home and encouraged me to visit France someday, which I eventually did, perhaps a dozen times. My best income came from selling pot to, I'm not going to name the name of the restaurant or their staff, and goes on to talk about living in Santa Cruz, stories about food and agriculture, the food and agriculture community here. Quote, I look forward to assembling large dysfunctional family reunions at your new restaurant next year. We're generally well behaved in public. Hope you can find that magic balance between quality, sustainability, and affordability as you venture out on this new culinary endeavor. Santa Cruz needs exactly what you're trying to do. So I got these 2 emails, and it really kind of took me back to the beginning, to a couple years before we even opened the Penny. And I want to quote from our business plan. Through the effort put forth, the Penny Ice strives to evoke feelings of a meeting place and provide for the intersection of everyday life with the community, however celebratory or ordinary. And it really is, our idea has always been about that. It's been about people and food and just the way that they can complement each other. And I remember the first time, it was maybe the first week that we opened the Penny, that 2 people ran into each other unexpectedly there and looked at each other and said, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, and hugged and shook hands. And I was just sitting there, I was like, wow, this is it. This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to make delicious ice cream. We wanted to serve delicious ice cream, but we also wanted people to meet over ice cream and reconnect or connect. And I'm getting the flag. So let me just say a couple more things. There's somebody here tonight, I believe, who ran into a former baker, now winemaker, at a table back there. There she is. And I was lucky enough to just peripherally see that reconnection. And 4 years later, 4 years after opening the Penny, to still see those connections, those reconnections happening, is such an amazing thing. And it really is. It's Food Plus Community. It's not a marketing statement. It's just our hope and our dream is that it's a statement of fact. And I hope that that all of you get a chance to find somebody, to meet somebody, to reconnect with somebody at one of the spots that we put together, because that's what we're trying to do. So thank you so much for coming out.